Due to the outbreak of COVID-19, the Business Bounce Back Loan was launched in April 2020 by the Chancellor, Rishi Sunak. And applications for the loan are open until the 30th of November 2020, as things currently stand. One of the most commonly asked questions is, what exactly can I use the Business Bounce Back Loan for? In this video, we will cover a recap on the basic terms of the UK Bounce Back Loan, a refresher on who is eligible, how is the loan accounted for in your business, and what can you use the Business Bounce Back Loan for? Before I get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to make sure you're kept up to date with all of our latest content. This really helps us to produce more helpful videos and to get you free quality advice from real qualified accountants. The basic terms and conditions of a Business Bounce Back Loan in a nutshell are: the scheme is designed to help small and medium-sized businesses to borrow between £2,000 and up to 25% of their turnover. The maximum loan available is £50,000. The government guarantees 100% of the loan and there won't be any fees or interest to pay for the first 12 months. Please remember, the government guarantees the intermediary lender, often your bank, and not you personally. After 12 months, the interest rate will be 2.5% a year, and the length of the loan is 6 years, but you can repay early without paying a fee. Your business is eligible if it is based in the UK, it was established before the 1st of March 2020, it has been adversely impacted by the coronavirus pandemic, it is a sole trader, partnership, limited company, or LLP. You cannot apply if your business is a bank, insurer or reinsurer, but not insurance brokers, a public sector body, a state-funded primary or secondary school, or if you already are claiming under the CBILS, CLBIS or COVID-19 corporate financing facility. And remember, this is a self-certified loan, which means apply and get the money now and the government will check later. The key here is that it is a loan and not a gift. You are expected to pay the loan back in accordance with the terms and conditions that you've signed up to. As an example, assuming you are running your business through a limited company, the loan becomes a creditor. In other words, a body your company owes money to on the balance sheet. Assuming your company receives, let's say, the full £50,000 loan, your business bank account increases by this amount. But the net position at the point of receiving the loan of your company does not change at all. Your company receives £50,000 in funds, and on the other side, it owes £50,000 to your bank. It's simply a timing difference. Now, this is a very common question, and in our professional view, we can provide some guidance to you. More than likely, you will have completed an application form and sign a loan agreement. One of the clauses in the agreement is most probably written as follows: we undertake to use the credit granted on the basis of this agreement only to provide economic benefit to our business. We also confirm that the bounce back loan will be used wholly for business purposes and not for personal purposes. So what exactly does this mean? Well, firstly, by signing the agreement either as a sole trader or a company director, you are making an undertaking. In other words, a formal pledge or promise. What is economic benefit? Well, the key here is that the loan needs to facilitate some measurable revenue and preferably profit, but these are not the only types of economic benefit. And wholly for business purposes. Well, some examples of this could include using the funds for injecting some working capital, buying or leasing revenue-generating assets such as a website or a CRM system, recruiting staff to help grow the business, recruiting staff to free your time to do the routine things so you can grow your business. Now, this list is by no means exhaustive, but the main thing here is to perhaps step back and imagine a government agent is stood in front of you asking you what you spent the bounce back loan on. Can you justify it has been spent on providing economic benefit to your business? Now, what about personal purposes? Well, some examples of this could be withdrawing the loan as a personal dividend or drawings for personal use, buying assets through your business with the intent of using them for 100% personal use, such as a car, or for any other purpose that cannot be reasonably justified it was for business purposes. Now, please don't take these pointers as gospel, as your business and personal circumstances will be taken into account. For example, if you had to use some of the loan to pay yourself, or your business would struggle or simply have folded without you, then again, you need to demonstrate how this action was an economic benefit to your business, if ever asked. What happens if I spend the money personally? Now, this is a question that we will address in more depth in our next video of the Business Bounce Back Loan series. We'll also be answering the following questions. What if I don't pay back the Business Bounce Back Loan? What if I close my company before I pay back the Business Bounce Back Loan? What if I genuinely cannot pay back the Business Bounce Back Loan? Can I make my limited company dormant with an outstanding Business Bounce Back Loan? So click on the bell notification icon to make sure you get notified when we release these videos very, very soon. I hope this video has helped you understand the bounce back loan in a bit more detail and taking you one step closer to knowing your numbers. As always, let me know in the comments your thoughts on today's video, or if there are any other topics you'd like us to cover in the future. Finally, be sure to like and subscribe, as this really does help us to get our content out there. This is Tony D'Angelo for the Accounting and Tax Academy. Thanks for tuning in.